Hey kiddos, I am so excited. We are almost done with our parts of speech review. So today what we are going to dig into is adjectives, okay? So we're following the same format that we followed the last couple of days, okay? We're digging in. I'm going to go through a PowerPoint with you. We're going to try some together and then I'm going to let you loose and let you work on some task cards on your own. So today we are working on adjectives. Now, we've probably talked about adjectives before. At some point in school, at some time, you talked about adjectives. So, what we're going to dig in today is just kind of like a review of what they are, and we'll kind of look at some examples, okay? So, adjectives. This is the part of speech that describes, okay? So, when you've ever had a teacher tell you, give me more detail, tell me more about it, it means they want some adjectives, okay? They want some adjectives. They describe a noun. An adjective's only job is to describe a noun, okay? It's to describe a noun. So it can tell us how something looks, it can tell us how something feels, tastes, smells, or sounds. Think about your five senses, kiddos. Let's look at my coffee cup, for example. Okay. When I have my coffee cup in front of me, there are lots of things that I can do. I can touch it and I feel that it's warm because my coffee's in it. It's hard. Okay. When I look at it, I can describe that it's white with black polka dots and a little pink M on it for Megan. Okay. I can't taste the cup. Just tastes like ceramic. Okay. What it smells like. Right now it smells like coffee because it's full of coffee, right? And what's it sound like? Well, I can kind of hit it. Kind of makes a little hollow knocking sound. So I want you to think about your senses. What can you see? What can you taste? What can you smell? What can you hear? Okay? And what can you touch? What can you feel? Adjectives describe all of those things, okay? Let's look at some examples, all right? The fluffy kitten licked my face. Oh, that sounds cute, right? Okay, so when I'm looking for adjectives, I know an adjective's job is to describe a noun. I cannot find the adjectives until I find the nouns, okay? So I need to look at my sentence and I need to pick out what I know are nouns. I know a noun from our review on Monday is a person, place, thing, or idea, okay? So let's look. The fluffy kitten licked my face. Well, kitten, that's a thing, right? It's an animal. Face. I have a face, right? You have a face. We all have faces, right? It's part of who we are. So I know my nouns are going to be kitten and are going to be face, okay? So now I need to look for words that describe those nouns. Do you see anything in this sentence that might describe the kitten? Yeah, fluffy, okay? Oh, I still got my pen. Fluffy describes the kitten, okay? It tells me what more about the kitten. It gives me more details about the kitten. It tells me what the kitten looks like. Okay, remember we talked about our senses, what it looks like. Let's look at another sentence. I touched the cold steel. Let's look at our nouns. What do you think? I steel. Very good. Okay, do you see anything that describes either I or steel? What is steel? Steel is a metal, okay? Big buildings are made of steel, okay? Do you see anything on there that describes I or steel? Cold, exactly. What does cold tell you? Does it tell me how the steel looks? Does it tell me how the steel smells? How it tastes? How it sounds? Or how it feels? Feels. Very good. Okay, kiddos, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give you the sentence. You're going to pause the video. You're going to write down every adjective that you think you see in the sentence. You're going to tell me what noun it is describing, and you're going to tell me if it's telling me how it looks, how it tastes or smells, how it tastes, how it sounds, and how it feels. Okay? Here we go. The sour drink upset my stomach. I want you to pause the video, write down every adjective, tell me what noun it describes, and if it is a looks, feels, touch, taste, or smell. Okay, kiddos, if you are pushing play on this video, that means that you identified sour as an adjective. Very good, because let's look. My first step in here is find my nouns. I know that drink is a noun, it's a thing. Stomach is a noun, it's a thing. Okay? So I have to ask myself, is there anything in there that describes stomach or describes drink? Yeah, sour. What's it describe? The drink. What about the drink? How it looks, smells, tastes, sounds, or feels. How it tastes. It's very good. Let's do another one. I will wash the musty towels. Okay, pause the video. You're going to write down every adjective that you see, and you're going to tell me what noun it is describing, and if it is looks, smells, tastes, sounds, or feels. If you have pushed play on this video, that means that you have written down the adjective in this sentence, the noun that it describes, and if it is how it looks, smells, tastes, sounds, or feels. Okay, here we go. What are our nouns in this sentence? I and towels. Okay, I am a person. Okay, towels are a thing, right? Is there anything in there that describes I or describes towels? What about this word right here, musty? Ah, musty. What is musty? You ever smelled a wet towel before? A towel that maybe you used in the shower yesterday and you didn't really hang it up very good, so it's still kind of wet, has that kind of wet smell to it? Yeah, that's what we call musty, right? So what is musty describing? The towels. Very good. Ooh, I kind of gave it away. Is that how it looks, smells, tastes, sounds, or feels? That smells. Very good, kiddos. Y'all are rock stars. All right. The soft music was relaxing. The soft music was relaxing. What is the noun in this sentence? What adjective is describing it? And is it a looks, smells, tastes, sounds, or feels? Pause this video. Okay, kiddos, if you have pushed play, that means that you are ready to walk through it with me because you know the noun, you know the adjective, and you know what kind of adjective it is. Okay, so what do we see here? Soft. What is it describing? Music. What's it telling me about the music? How it sounds. How it sounds. Y'all are so good. Adjectives also can do one more thing. So they don't just tell me about the five senses. They also tell me what kind. Okay, so let's look at an example. We had Indian food for lunch. Okay, let's look at our nouns. We know that we is a pronoun. Okay, food, lunch. Okay, anything in here that describes something. What kind of food did we have? We had Indian food. We had Indian food. It tells me what kind of food. Okay, let's look at another one. The iron fence began to rust. The iron fence began to rust. What do you think are the nouns in this sentence? Fence. What describes fence? Iron. Very good. Iron is a type of metal. It is telling me what kind of fence. I have a fence. What kind of fence? An iron fence. All right, you're going to do this one on your own. He looked at the bronze sculpture. You're going to pause the video and you're going to write me down the noun, the adjective, okay? All right, if you have pushed play, that means that you know the noun and you know the adjective in this sentence, okay? Let's look at it. He looked at the bronze sculpture. We know he is a pronoun. What are our nouns? Sculpture. What's a sculpture? It's like a statue, okay? So it's when someone uses either metal or clay or rock, and they kind of create either people or animals or just cool abstract things, okay? So we have a sculpture. What kind of sculpture? A bronze sculpture. It's a type of metal, okay? Very good. The bronze describes the sculpture. What kind of sculpture? Bronze. All right, let's do this one too. The grocery store is open. You're going to pause. You're going to tell me the nouns. You're going to tell me the adjective that describes those nouns. Okay, push pause. All right, kiddos, tell me what you found. Noun, store. What kind of store? A grocery store. Okay, I don't know, you don't think that grocery could be describing it, but I could go to a toy store. I could go to a bookstore. I could go to a hardware store. But what kind of store is open in this sentence? A grocery store. Okay, y'all are rock stars. Let me see if I can't show this. There it is. Okay, we are listening to classical music. We are listening to classical music. Find me the nouns. Find me if there are any adjectives that describe those nouns, okay? Go ahead. All right, what nouns did you find? We know that we is a pronoun. Music. Music is a noun. Very good. What kind of music? What kind of music are we listening to? Classical. We are listening to classical music. Okay, so what kind of music? Classical. You guys are rock stars. You aced this practice that we just did together. What you're going to do now is just like we've been doing this week, you're going to go work on some adjective task cards. Now, kiddos, in all of our practices, we only had one adjective in our sentences. In these task cards, sometimes you're going to have two, maybe three adjectives in a sentence. So remember our trick. I always look for the noun first. After I find the noun, then I look for, can I describe it? Do I know how it looks, how it smells, how it tastes, how it sounds, how it feels? What kind? Okay, those are all of the things that my adjectives can tell me. So I'm going to do this first one for you, and then I'm going to let you loose and you're going to do the rest, okay? The icy wind reminds us to bring our warm jackets. Oh, right off the bat, I see at least two adjectives, okay? Let's go through our steps, okay? Here we go. Nouns. The icy wind reminds us to bring our warm jackets. Well, I know that wind is a noun. I know that jackets is a noun. Do I see anything in there that describes the wind, describes the jackets? Yeah, the icy wind. Okay, that tells me that it's a cold wind. Tells me how it feels. Okay, what about jackets? They're warm. Again, it tells me how I feel. So down here, I would be able to select icy and I would be able to select warm. Okay? All right, kiddos, you're going to be rock stars. If you have any questions, just holler at me. Don't forget when you're all done to view your accuracy. It's going to tell you what you got right, what you got wrong. Okay? All right, kiddos, have a great day.